Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Believe Fitness. Let's put you on here. We are tardy as fuck today. I screwed up, so welcome to the channel. Today we're doing a full day of eating. On top of the full day of eating, we are going to show you how to eat and get the same results as a brokey.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
So we're going to be pivoting today and doing chest instead of back. And that's fine. I'm dealing with a really weird thing with my back where I have a zit or a pimple or something on my lower spine, and it's actually attacking my sciatica. This morning we had to change things up just a tiny bit. I got kind of a tip from a place that was hiring, so because I wanted to make sure I had it in early as possible, we went and did that. So now what we're gonna do is I have to do some research on some things just to make sure I can give you total values of everything that we're gonna be eating today when we are on a budget, so you know that there is options and I'm not just giving you random information. Okay, I've done my math for my meals for the day for a brokey.
You're fucking poor!
So, first thing we got is 4 eggs. Let's go. Now you could be like, oh, what about egg whites? Well, unfortunately, egg whites are way more expensive than eggs. So, what we're doing here is we're gonna have we're gonna have 4 eggs, 320 calories, 44 grams of fat, and then I think it's 26. Let me double check one more time. 26 grams of protein. So I'm gonna cook these guys up and let it go, let it rip. It's pretty easy. So with this meal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add protein. So I've broken everything basically down. So basically 4 eggs is going to be, if you get a dozen and you get just a standard egg, it's gonna be basically $4.11, depending if you get it on sale or not. And it's gonna be 34 cents per egg. So essentially right now with 4 eggs, I'm sitting at $1.36 for the morning. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a protein powder. Now you might think protein powder is luxury, and technically it is. If you really break it down by the value of protein and how much you're getting, roughly if you get a decent protein powder, a whey or a whey isolate, you're looking at $1 to $2 per serving. And then there's also deals, so you can even get it for $1.50. So getting basically your best bang for your buck, 120 calories for protein, and it's gonna be 25 grams of protein for that serving. It's really a good value of a product to add to your breakfast and kind of anything you're adding throughout the day to at least hit your protein mark. So when I was like 18 years old and I was broke,
You're broke!
I lived off of these things that I wrote down. Because I always hit my macros and always hit my marks, and I always was able to keep on performing the way I wanted to in the gym. And one of them was a staple was protein powder. Now at the time I worked at a supplement store, so the protein powder was free, so that was even better for me, but Whole Foods wasn't. So once again, breakfast is gonna be eggs, simple, no problem, get them down, but I'm gonna add protein powder with water. Yes, water. A lot of you like your almond milk and everything else, but if you're strapped for cash, I promise you protein and water is gonna taste better. And if you don't think it is, get hungry. Get really hungry and you'll see how good protein is with water. Also for this meal, I will be adding Minute Maid rice. For this Minute Maid rice, the total value, because I have it down here, is $5.99 or $6.99 depending on the price. I averaged it out. If you're doing 1 serving, it's 47 cents. But if you're adding 2 servings throughout your day, then you're at 93 cents. So right now, if I add this plus my protein and my egg, I'm sitting at, well, if we're rounding it, let's do rounding because I don't do all the math. Got $1.30, got $2 and $2. We're sitting at $5.30 for meal one. We're done. I'm gonna have to wait to eat the rice, unfortunately, but literally 4 eggs, and then the things that I didn't add in, obviously, but you can go to the dollar store. And like I said, dollar store isn't the best option. This is not dollar store salt, but you can get salt, pink Himalayan salt from the dollar store. You can get pepper, you can get garlic. It'll be $3. So just for this experiment, I'm just gonna add the total value of the things that are $1 as complete for the day, even though it's gonna be like probably not even 5 cents for this. You know what I mean? We got 320 calories. Add this, that's 480 calories. We got a lot of fat in here, 44 grams of fat, but we got 26 grams here, 25 here, 50 grams of protein first meal, and just under 500 calories. So we're gonna eat this, and I'll catch you in a bit. I'm gonna be doing lunch for myself. So lunch for myself consists of 2 cans of tuna, $1 a piece. Basically, with the 2 cans, you're gonna be getting 13 grams of protein. So you're gonna get 26 grams of protein. So this will essentially be 50 grams of protein in this 1 can. We're doing 2. Then we're gonna be adding Miracle Whip. I got this for about $4 to $5. So it's literally, if you look at it, it's 15 milliliters. So it's minuscule, right? Sometimes you gotta invest in what you're doing, and I can't eat anything without some type of sauce. So let's just say 30 cents. And then I'm going to get 1 carrot because I got a bag of carrots for $5. 1 carrot, there's like 20 carrots. That's not like, I'll just throw $1 in it, just make it super simple. Shred it in, and then I'll add another scoop of protein. So let's go do that. Okay, tuna in the bowl. Carrot. We had so much there. I'm just gonna grind it in here until it's part of the whole thing. And then we just mix it up. All right, so we're down to the last official meal here, which is going to be 400 grams of ground beef. So what we're gonna do, these potatoes, they gotta be GMO. I've cooked them for 45 minutes and they still haven't softened. Like, no, they're soft, I can have them now. I didn't have extra lean ground beef, so I only had medium ground beef. This is just a 1-day experiment thing I'm showing you. Essentially, I would do it completely differently. I made 400 grams of potato, but I don't want to go more than this. So I'm going to only use half, to use 200 grams of potato. Now this meal right here by itself, over 1,000 calories. So if you would look at my fitness pal prior to this, I was, like everything I ate previously, I was at about 2,000 calories that I had to get in. So this brings me about to 700 to 600 calories left to eat, and that makes me also 20 to 25 grams shy of my protein goal. So after this, because I need to make sure I hit my protein goal, I'm going to also consume another 2 scoops of protein. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to do the math on everything, and I'll let you know how much my entire day costs to eat poor, or to eat on a budget. Okay guys, so we got the calculations down. It's pretty amazing to show you how cheap you can eat every day. So for the 4 eggs, plus the cup of rice, plus 2 cans of tuna, plus 2 scoops of protein, plus beef, plus 200 grams of potato, plus 2 scoops of protein and 1 carrot, you're looking at 2,300 calories. You're looking at 2,330 calories, and the protein on that is 227 grams of protein. And then the total cost of everything together is $10.66. So essentially, you can, for 5 days of dieting, it's $50. So if you buy weekly pay, $100 has to go to just these items, not including the spices. So if you add the spices that we talked about, like garlic, salt, and pepper, it's gonna be basically $53 for the week. That's buying in bulk. And on top of the mayo, so 54 you'd have to have in total. But then those spices and the mayo will last you probably into a month if it's bi-weekly. So realistically, let's go for $60 round up, and you're clear. That's just for food. Water, obviously, you can get tap water. Water, you can get like tap water if you really have to, but bottled water, you can arrange as well. But if you get bottled water, you add that in. You just have $70 clean for the week. It's pretty cheap to eat, man. Anyway, I cleaned my screen off there. So with that all being said, this is how you could eat on a budget. I think $60 to $70 a week, ending up being $240 a month, I think is pretty reasonable if you're trying to, lose weight and be in a calorie deficit. If you're lighter than me, and you're not 260 pounds, your calories will be less, which means your food can be less, essentially. Thanks for watching this video. I'm not gonna ask for a thumbs up or a like. All I'm gonna ask you to do is follow the channel and watch the journey unfold, guys. We got a bunch of days left. We have like 98 days left until January 1st. And I am not stopping the progress. I'm not stopping the weight loss. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. We got, depending on how my legs are feeling and my back is feeling, we have either a lower day, which is legs, or we have back. So just stay tuned and see what goes on, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.